Imagine your next civil engineering project supported by AXA engineers, US-trained, globally experienced team over 50 professionals, delivering expertise in resilient infrastructure across 1,000 plus new projects annually. Instead of relying solely on a limited in-house roster, you can tap into AXA's specialized knowledge in seismic design, sustainable transit, and advanced transportation solutions, all without the burden of permanent overhead. In this video, we'll cover 3 strategic advantages that top firms leverage in 2025: access to niche global talent, scalable resource allocation, and cost efficiency. As the challenges facing infrastructure firms intensify, understanding these advantages becomes essential. For infrastructure firms, the ability to deliver complex projects increasingly depends on securing the right expertise at the right time. The talent imperative accessing global expertise now shapes the competitive landscape. In-house engineering teams face persistent staffing shortages and a shrinking pool of specialized talent within local markets. The pace of technological change, particularly in areas like building information modeling, BIM, and generative design, further compounds the challenge. Attempting to hire and train staff for every specialized project requirement is no longer viable. The financial and time investment is rarely justified for skills that may only be needed temporarily. As a result, firms often find themselves stretched thin, forced to decline advanced bids, or unable to meet the technical specifications of modern infrastructure projects. Yet while demand for resilient infrastructure soars, the local talent pool remains limited. Both public and private sectors increasingly require sophisticated solutions: earthquake-resistant bridges, advanced public transit networks, and roadways prepared for autonomous vehicles. However, the expertise needed for these projects is often concentrated in specific global hubs or research institutions, making it inaccessible through traditional hiring. For instance, a firm in the Midwest seeking a specialist in coastal erosion engineering for a single project will struggle to find this expertise locally. The gap between market ambition and accessible talent means firms may stagnate, unable to deliver the innovation that clients expect. Relying solely on an internal team restricts a company to projects that fit its existing technical skill set, limiting growth and market relevance. Outsourcing shifts this equation. It is no longer just a cost-saving measure, it is a strategic necessity for talent acquisition. The goal is not to find lower-cost labor for routine tasks, but to secure on-demand access to highly qualified specialists with proven experience on major projects. For example, when seismic resilience is required, outsourcing connects firms to structural engineers with direct experience designing infrastructure that has endured significant seismic events. Their practical knowledge of material performance, foundation systems, and dynamic structural behavior brings a level of assurance that cannot be replicated through in-house training alone. This targeted engagement of global talent directly enhances the quality and durability of the final project. This model transforms operational capacity. Rather than maintaining a static roster, firms can assemble a dynamic network of specialists tailored to each project's needs. For example, AXA engineers regularly supplements core teams with experts in roadway improvements, ADA-compliant curb ramp design, and sustainable urban drainage systems. This approach has enabled AXA engineers to support up to 1,000 new projects annually, demonstrating both the scale and efficiency possible through strategic outsourcing. The economic impact is significant. Instead of bearing the ongoing costs of full-time hires' salaries, benefits, training, and specialized software licenses, firms can engage experts for precisely the duration needed. This flexibility addresses the core challenge of acquiring specialized, project-specific skills without long-term financial or administrative burdens. Outsourcing provides direct access to professionals whose expertise in technical innovation and structural integrity is essential for modern transportation and public works projects. For example, AXA's involvement in municipal roadway upgrades and ADA accessibility initiatives illustrates how outsourcing enables firms to meet complex regulatory and technical requirements without expending permanent staff. Ultimately, the ability to access global expertise on demand positions firms to compete for and deliver projects that would otherwise be out of reach. As project requirements become more specialized and client expectations rise, this model offers a decisive advantage. The next consideration is how firms can translate this expanded talent pool into true operational agility, scaling resources and costs in direct response to project demands. Financial and operational fluidity are now central to how infrastructure firms sustain growth and manage risk. Traditional engineering firms operate with a cost structure heavily weighted toward fixed, long-term commitments, multi-year office leases, comprehensive software license agreements, such as Autodesk Civil 3D licensed software assurance, dedicated IT infrastructure, and extensive employee benefits. These recurring expenses represent a substantial portion of the operational budget and are difficult to adjust in response to fluctuating workloads. As a result, capital that could otherwise fuel research, technology upgrades, or new business development remains tied up in maintaining a static overhead. This legacy model constrains strategic options, leaving firms with high baseline expenses regardless of project volume or revenue flow. The mismatch between fixed overhead and the unpredictable nature of project pipelines creates ongoing inefficiencies. Civil engineering workloads rarely remain constant. Instead, they are marked by cycles of intense activity and quieter periods between contracts. During slow intervals, firms continue to absorb costs for underutilized staff, office space, and software infrastructure. When demand surges, they often lack the manpower or technical resources to capitalize on new opportunities without incurring additional hiring and onboarding costs. This pattern results in a persistent opportunity cost. Projects are sometimes declined or deadlines are missed simply because the firm cannot adapt its capacity quickly enough. The inability to align resource levels with real-time project needs undermines both profitability and market responsiveness. Outsourcing directly addresses these challenges by introducing operational elasticity. Firms can engage specialized professionals for defined project phases and scale back immediately once those phases conclude, eliminating the need for long-term employment commitments. For example, AXA Engineers has demonstrated the ability to supplement core teams with additional designers and drafters to manage subdivision projects involving up to 777 lots of documented capacity that allows for rapid project ramp-up without permanent overhead. This approach is equally effective for smaller, highly technical assignments, such as targeted utility routing or ADA-compliant curb ramp design, where precision and timely delivery are critical. By accessing global talent pools, firms can match their workforce to the exact scope and duration of each project, transforming what was once a static production model into a dynamic, demand-driven operation. The financial benefits of this model are substantial. Outsourcing reduces expenses related to office space, software licenses, employee benefits, and administrative support, as confirmed by industry research. The resulting savings can be redirected toward business drivers that enhance competitive advantage. Firms often reinvest this capital into research and development, exploring areas like digital twin technology, advanced materials, or sustainable design practices. Others channel resources into expanding business operations, acquiring new clients, or strengthening quality assurance protocols. The shift from fixed to variable costs not only improves profitability, but also builds resilience, enabling firms to weather market fluctuations without sacrificing core capabilities. Strategic delegation of labor-intensive tasks, such as detailed CAD drafting or complex Revit modeling, further amplifies these gains. By entrusting these functions to specialized external partners, in-house teams are free to concentrate on high-value activities, client management, project supervision, and the design innovation that sets firms apart in a competitive marketplace. This division of labor results in a leaner, more focused organization, capable of responding quickly to evolving client needs and industry trends. Ultimately, this operational model positions firms to act decisively and efficiently, regardless of market volatility. As the industry faces mounting complexity and heightened client expectations, the agility gained through outsourcing becomes a central pillar of long-term sustainability and growth. As firms assess their options for the future, outsourcing emerges as a strategic foundation rather than a short-term fix. The model offers three core advantages: access to niche talent, the ability to scale resources on demand, and the freedom to reinvest capital into core innovation. AXA Engineers exemplifies this approach, with a team recognized for both technical excellence and a proven workflow from detailed kickoff meetings to final project delivery that ensures consistent quality and efficiency. If you're ready to explore strategic outsourcing, contact AXA Engineers to set up a pilot project and discover how our 50-plus experts can expand your capacity. What's your biggest capacity challenge in 2025? Let us know below.